Hi guys. Oh, it's been one of those days. Took me a second there. Remembered that I actually have to change the screen before I start, and then just went and said hello and realised that the microphone wasn't on. Hi, go home. I know, music. I don't know if there's anyone here usually that's like early enough to hear the music when I first start up. And sometimes I don't actually put the music on. I kind of feel like I might need to like have a play around with some new music, because I kind of feel it's a bit sort of American country style twangy kind of music, and I'm not sure if it really fits, but we'll see. We'll see. Hi lad. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. It's been a stressful day at work, and let's just say if I don't have another day like that again, I won't be too disappointed. and leave it there. Because it was terrible. But yeah, so more of the quilt today. Hopefully we might get this section finished at some point today. Well, at some point. I'm not sure if it'll be today. But you never know. You live in hope. So I am going to get started on it now. I feel like I should probably have some pins in it, actually. I feel like I should probably have some pins. But yeah, it's been one of those days. My brain is just not functioning anymore. I went to bed earlier than I wanted to, as you would know, lard. And I did not feel any better for it. In fact, when I woke up, I thought, I wish I'd just stayed up and played Rocket League now, because not only have I woken up at a ridiculous time in the morning when my alarm is going to go off in like 2 hours, but I missed the chance to actually play the game that I wanted to play, and I don't even feel better for it. A rumble for passing the bad work, passing of a bad work day. Thank you for the bits, Calhoun. But yeah, it's definitely a celebration to be out. I have to keep telling myself that, that the thing that makes it so annoying to me is the fact that everyone I work with is so damn lovely. They're all so sweet. And they do really have sort of the opinion of, well, if you make a mistake, it's nothing that can't be fixed. But that's not how I work. And it's certainly the complete opposite of where I was working, so a lot of you probably know me coming in to Discord and either moaning or cursing out the person that I was working for at the time. These people, they couldn't be any further from that. So when I have an extremely stressful day like today, it kind of makes me feel worse, because it's like, well, I should feel grateful that I'm working with at least decent people. At the same time, it's like, I fucking hate this job. Such is life. But yeah, I hope that you're all well. I hope that anyone that's come in isn't put off by the moaning, because moaning will cease now. I shall get onto a nicer topic. And why are all these pins bent? Jesus. This one's like a banana shape. Oh, hi! Oh, hi there, Mr. Pixel. I I just saw your message and it made me chuckle. A bit at the end. Oh, you're streaming. I'll see you later. Yeah, how are you guys? I hope you're all well. Right. We are my timing as ever is excellent. uh, yeah, I'm like that usually as well. To be fair. Right, let's see. I don't usually do it this way. Usually I fold it in half and like try and pin it then. Right, that should probably be enough for the moment. Just throwing all the fabric. The problem is the desk is so small and the fabric is so long that it sort of has to run off onto the laptop. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's not running onto the hot side of the laptop and then going to, you know, burst into flames. Because to be perfectly honest, after this day, I don't trust anything. I think I was saying earlier when I got in the Discord call home, I managed to not cry at my desk and set anything on fire, and I don't wish to change that now. Yeah, what have you guys been up to today? Doing work? Doing anything exciting? Yeah, the night is so young. That is true. That is true. I did manage to change out of my uniform into my clean clothes that I was about to stream in, and then threw tomato soup on myself. Because as I leaned forwards to pull my chair in under the desk, unbeknownst to myself, the toggle of my jacket fell in the soup, and then as I pulled back, it then flicked soup all over me, and my arm, and the light grey vest top that I was wearing, and over the jacket. So that happened. Pretty much just sort of summed up my day. So I then had to change the jacket, change the vest top, go find something else. I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake. The tears might quench that fire. Yeah. That is true. That is true. If I just sit there and cry on it, it'll probably work. Yep, it really was one of those days. It really is one of those days. One of those days, I sort of feel like going downstairs and just, you know, opening a bottle of wine and pouring it in my face kind of days. And, yeah. I couldn't get to the wine, so the soup had to do. And then the soup betrayed me. I don't know how well you guys can actually see that, sorry. Trying to stay in the camera shot. Wine would never have betrayed you. No, it would not have. And the thing is that I tend to drink white wine, so, you know, even if I threw it down myself, it's not going to stain either. I should have gone with a wine, Ben. I should have gone with a wine. Remind me next time. If I decide to choose tomato soup over wine, remind me what happened. I won't make that same mistake twice. Ah dear. We do have fun. It's very, very nice to come back and just sit and chill with all you lovely people. Because honestly, I think I will probably go insane without this right now. Just remember to not heat the wine. Oof! Oh god, no. No, never heat the wine. The only wine that should be heated is mulled wine. And even then, I'm a little bit cautious of it. I'm like, I'm not sure if this is actually nice. Some of them can be. Others, they do just taste like slightly fruity paint stripper. Not in a nice way. I almost feel like we should have a bit of music on whilst doing this. It feels a bit eerily quiet. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I am almost tempted to go with the Stardew soundtrack. It's getting a bit too TC. Nice topics without spoilers. How was the Zombie last night? Ah! Now, I can honestly say I can give you no spoilers because I genuinely forgot that it was on last night. And it was only when I got to about 12 last night that I went, oh, the Sewing Bee was on, wasn't it? I was like, yeah, I think I missed it now. So yeah, I know. That's because last week we watched it all together, and then because I wasn't actually sure who could watch it, and then I sort of forgot. And I was very tired, and I was very, very dense, so I genuinely forgot that it was on. So I shall be watching it tonight. When I have a solid hour without any interruptions, because I really want to see what happened. On the bright side, I can honestly say that I can give you no spoilers. Are you watching it tonight, though, Caho? Have you? I'm assuming you haven't seen it. I don't know if TC has actually. I'm not sure if anyone actually watched it last night, to be fair. If no one has yet, then maybe we can all watch it tonight. Haven't seen it. Not sure if I will have time tonight. I think TC did. I shall have to avoid TC. Avoid any spoilers. Yeah, I think TC did. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I might watch it a bit later. Neil says hello as Twitch chat won't load on his phone. Ah. Hey Neil. / Duncan Land. I'm never sure which one to call you. Yeah, for some reason on my phone I can get the Twitch chat, but it rarely loads the video. And even when I got it on audio only, it still doesn't load it sometimes. All she said was something cryptic about checking out Patrick's moves. Oh dear. Oh no, it's Patrick dancing. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. I shall definitely have to watch later. Give me something to laugh about. And hopefully, I might even be awake for some Rocket League tonight. You never know. I won't make any promises. I'm still supposed to be doing coursework because it occurred to me yesterday that actually it was 2 days ago now. It occurred to me I only had about 20 days left to actually finish this course. Bearing in mind the last time that I did any, I was still stuck on the same question. Well, not stuck so much as I genuinely could not be bothered to read through 5 pages of nonsense to write out as many paragraphs of equal nonsense. I kind of just lost my will to complete it, to be honest. Which sounds utterly terrible, but yeah. I make no excuses, I cannot deal with it anymore. So boring. Plus, I don't know if I actually mentioned this course that I've been doing. Right, supposed to have my own sort of assessor on hand, so if I get stuck or anything or have any questions, I can email them. Supposed to email me like as soon as I was enrolled on the course. He emails me about a week ago. After I've been enrolled on the course for over a month and should have technically, because that's the time they believe you should finish these courses in, that I should have already finished by then. So he waits for 4 weeks and then decides to contact me and ask if I need any help, or to contact him if I need any help. I was like, well, I kind of needed help about 3 weeks ago when my coursework didn't actually turn up. And, when I started the course, that would have been helpful. So, I kind of got to the point of, if they don't care enough to actually make themselves available, I kind of don't really care enough to finish it. Which is probably not a good way of looking at it, but just had so many other things to try and sort out that it's sort of, I put it on the back burner. Just realised I'm sort of scooting off camera again. Sorry guys. I will get used to this eventually. I know I'm not as chatty today as I could be. I think I'm sort of taking the time to try and chill a bit more. Progress is feeling a bit slow today. Sorry, fiddling with work stuff. No worries, Calhoun. No worries at all. How much more is there to do on this quilt? Well, I have 14 of these lengths done. No, I have 4 of these lengths done, and I need 14 of them. So I need to do 14 more of these lengths, and then sew them all together. So I've got three sewn together at the moment. Another one to sew onto this. So there is still quite a lot more to do. there is loads. Basically, if I did this on a machine, I would be done by now. I would have been done by now. But because I'm hand sewing the whole thing, it takes a lot longer. But I'm hoping that's a good thing, because like, I mean, apart from anything, it's obviously, I like to think it saves electricity. Probably doesn't look as nice, doesn't look as professional, but hopefully it shows sort of making more of an effort. And obviously it's very easy for me to just sort of get out the needles and thread and stuff, and just sit here on the stream making more of it. Rather than sort of getting to Tuesday and be like, I have no idea what I'm gonna stream today. So it's sort of, it feels lazy, and yet giving me more, or making more effort at the same time. If that makes any sense. It's like it's more effort craft wise, but it's less effort stream wise, I guess, is how to say that. Yeah, I think I guess it's just about under a quarter of the way done. And then obviously have to finish it off, put in the backing as well. And a bit of padding on the inside of it. Oh, do I now? Do I just have a message on Discord? Ah, I will. I don't know what Twitch is up to today. That sounds a bit suspicious, that everyone's having a bit of issue. Well, I heard the sound and I don't think it was me. I did actually get a message on Discord, but I don't think you should be able to hear the noise, because it's on streamer mode, so it should actually be silent. Although thank you, because that did actually help. That was a weird coincidence there. How very odd. Yeah, I think Twitch might be broken again. Ow. Just move those out of the way. Oh, some happy news. I am finally, hopefully, getting the new desk sorted. Sort of lined up roughly where I think it can go in here. So, with any luck, at some point, and it will probably be a few months. I doubt it'll be like, you know, as early as next week, because it still needs finishing off. But yeah, hopefully soon I will have a nice new shiny desk where I can do the crafts and stuff. I'd forgotten about the race. Yeah. But yeah, I should have the nice new shiny desk, which means that I will be able to have both the monitors and the laptop and the printer potentially, and still enough room for the crafting on the other side of it. Hey Will! Hi! Nice to see Twitch has allowed you into the chat now. For whatever reason it's taken against you today. How's it going? Yeah. How are you doing with the cable tidying there, Cowhome? Are you beating me? I can imagine that you probably are. Reinstalled six times as a charm. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that, Will. That sounds like a right pain. Oh, I should ask you, Will, how did the stream go earlier? I've been meaning to catch up on your new Assassin's Creed streams. I think I've caught up on Jurassic Park. But definitely want to go see some oranges. To be clear, I am not beating you with cables. Although a new cable should arrive today. Will we still have some dodgy camera with the new desk? Undoubtedly, because I'm not entirely sure how the new setup will work. So there is likely that there will be. The only plus side of it is that because the although you can't see it now, obviously without me removing the camera, which will cause all sorts of issues. Although, yes, the desk that I'm working with now, it doesn't have a back on it. So it's literally, it just looks like a table. Whereas with the new desk, it sort of has a lip at the back of it, so it's sort of got a raised bit, which is handy for stopping like beads and stuff rolling off of the edge. It's like surrounded all the edges, So hopefully nothing should be able to sort of fall off other than on the front of the desk. But yeah, because it'll have like a back to it. Hopefully I should be able to clip the camera to that. So it should work, but it's a case of working out where and how at the moment that will work, and obviously until I've got it I can't really test anything out. Got round to watching half your AC playthrough this morning. Looking good. Oh, thank you all. I'm glad. I hope that you're enjoying it so far. I think this week's AC definitely went a lot better than the rest of them. Especially since my very wonderful helper showed me that I could actually change the buttons, and then we discovered that I actually didn't have a button assigned to the camera angle one that I didn't have, which was why I couldn't move the camera up and down. Egypt is bloody beautiful, stunning all round. Yeah, I cannot wait to see that game. When will we see your face? Well, if I can get a second camera, the better one, so that I can get sort of more of a nicer thing for the stream, better quality camera for the stream, I may consider downgrading this one to a face cam. Again, logistics of working out, obviously trying to keep some kind of backsplash or something, whatever you want to call it, like background or something, so that you can't just see the pit that I live in. But yeah, it might be on the cards. Me, your helper. I just heard a day helper talking in the background. Well, you know, it's one and the same. But no, it did help immensely having someone knowledgeable of Assassin's Creed actually helping me through, because I don't think I'm suited to blind playing games, I'll be honest, which was what I sort of wanted to do with it, which is why I sort of not looked up tutorials and stuff on it. I sort of wanted to go sort of for a blind playthrough, as it were, but it's just not one of those games. It's just not one of those games at all. At least not for me. Sort of walking into it, knowing the sort of the vague premise of the game, but when you actually get to the gameplay, it just doesn't work. Just sort of doesn't really translate. I don't know. At least not when I'm playing it, anyway. Just try and trim off some of these frayed bits. AC just gets better and better. Yeah, I would agree with that. I like with the newer ones and stuff. They do look incredible, like when you see where it started. I think it's just unfortunate that I have the PC version of the original one, because there doesn't seem to be a person that's ever played the PC version and gone, oh yeah, this is brilliant. They've all gone, what the hell are these controls? Who came up with this design and want to murder them? which to be honest was pretty much my opinion, including a few expletives. It's just like you could tell it was it feels very much of a game like of the era where games weren't really a thing, so no one really knew how to map game controls. That's sort of how it felt, like nothing's intuitive, and then obviously the fact that it doesn't correspond to the buttons that I have, or actually even tells me the actual names of them. It just goes in numbers, which is great if you happen to know which numbers they are. But yeah, no. We were doing the rest of the series. Yeah, great you sorted the controls. I hope to get through the series at some point. I'm considering just playing the ones I've got at the moment, and then like going through the rest of the series when as and when I get them. Because I have like the is it the 2.5D ones, like the little ones. I have a few of those, I think, and then obviously this one, but I don't actually have any others yet because I sort of bought them as a bundle. Hey Alexander, how's it going? But yeah, I would really like to play through the series because I think it is a really nice series of games, and they do seem to sort of get better and better as you get through them. AC2 you're gonna love, and it's cheap. Yeah, I think I will definitely look into getting that one. Obviously, as it's next in the line. I should probably do sort of like a Wikipedia thing and or whatever, sort of Google the order of the games, because I'm not actually 100% sure on it. And then try and play them in order. But obviously I make no guarantees. Oh no. Well, this is a great start. I still get the order wrong, so I wouldn't worry. Yeah. Right, so of course, because it's one of those days, a thread has now knotted, just as I've done that, of course. So now I'm going to have to waste so much thread to cut that off. Literally like the first stitch after I've just threaded the needle. Of course. This is what happens when you try to rush things. It's a good job that no one's going to be able to see the inside of this, because it looks a mess. Okay, I've been able to smell something burning in my room for 15 minutes. I have gone from appliance to appliance inspecting and I can't find it, but something is burning. Oh, that's not good. Oh, question. Is it your monitor? Now, it probably sounds weird, but in context, my monitor gives off a really horrible burning smell. It doesn't feel like really hot, and there's like nothing coming off it, but mine does give off a horrible burning smell. Debate on order is tough. Look for smoke. It shouldn't do that. No, admittedly it probably shouldn't. But it does. It's not broken yet, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's not good, says Captain Obvious. What sort of burning does it smell electronic? Is there a specific smell that electronics gives off when it's burning? I don't know if it does, to be honest. I think mine's more of it smells like heating up dust, because it gets so dusty in this place. So it just goes, I cannot cope anymore. Also really hoping it's not a candle. Yeah, burning silicon is quite distinctive. Ooh, nice. I mean, so distinctive, I'm going to assume you mean horrible. Yeah, it's more like burning dust. Ah. I'm going on another hunt. Wish me luck. Good luck. Something you learn about when working with prototype electronics. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. How long should we wait before calling the emergency services? Considering who we're talking about, probably about 5 minutes. Love you, Ben. As long as it's not your phone. That's the main thing. As long as it's not your phone. Assuming you can find it. Now? I heard that. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It's only because we care. Hashtag call Tom Merritt. I was about to say, is it your phone? I suppose you have a point there, Alexander. Although actually it depends on whether he was meaning what I said or what Calhoun said. Right, trying to line this up a bit better. So I'm eyeing this up. This is the technical way of very technical, professional way of doing these things. Going entirely by eye. There we go. I returned with news. I found the offending item. The stand to my room lamp got ridiculously hot, which it shouldn't. Burned my hand on it, spun around, bashed my knee on the bedroom door. Oh no! No, I have a hole in my bedroom door. And the lamp is off. Oh no. Oh no. You sound like you're having a bad day as me. Only you can manage that. Oh dear. I do have similar tales, similar floor lamp related tales. I was trying to find out why mine was so wonky the other week. Well, it could have been worse. Yeah, it didn't set anything on fire. Didn't. But yeah, I was trying to find out why my floor lamp was so wobbly. And it turned out it wasn't actually screwed onto the base. So as I was turning it to sort of screw it back into place, I smacked myself in the head with the light end, like where the bulb goes, and I actually smacked myself so hard in the head with the lamp bit that I shattered the filament of the bulb, and so I had to go get a replacement one. So that was fun. Literally cracked myself right around the head with it. It sort of shaped like a bell as well, and it literally rang like one. It was very painful. Did I say about my cinema tale with the moving table? No, you did not, Will. You did not. Pray tell. Well, you remember my clumsiness last week with the iron brew. Oh, the iron brew. You're age star. What did you expect? Oh, all the burns. All the burns from Will. True Will getting old, and my motor skills start to go. I mean, you've seen some of the things I've done, right? I can't remember what I did last week, but I punted something off the edge of the desk. Still good enough to win at Rocket League. That is true. Although, I guess we'll have to see tonight, actually. whether that's still the case. Well, the luxury seems to have a table with which flips in front of you. Well, mine was broke, and so I put weight on it and banged myself in the. Oh no! Ow! Oh! Oh! I don't have those places, but I sympathise. I think that's probably the equivalent of like one of the best ones that I've done, and sadly probably quite a frequent one. Opening a door and managing to either hit myself in the tip with the door, or hit myself with my hand or something when I open a door. Yeah, like the old punching yourself in the boob. It's very painful. It was my birthday too. Not the knob action I wanted. Oh dear. That is unfortunate. No. Bang. Sorry. I think it's safe to say that we're all a bit clumsy, and perhaps we should just, wrap ourselves up in cotton wool and not move for a few days. Just have a few chill days. Maybe a nice pizza. Just not leave the house. What do you guys reckon? I feel particularly hungry right now, but I'm kind of in that frame of mind of, like just sitting down with a massive meat feast pizza or something, and like a bottle of wine, and just not moving for the rest of the week. That is literally the state I feel like. Well, what can I say? When I go out, I know how to have a good time. Jay has pizza, let's go steal it. Jay has pizza? Ah, lucky bugger. I want pizza. That's sad, because there is no... We live in such a small place, right? They have 3 different Chineses. Like, in our village, there is 3 Chinese takeaways, right? The most rubbish fish and chip shop that you've ever been to. An Indian that's just closed down. And a kebab shop. And I can honestly tell you that the only takeaways that I really like are Indian and fish and chips and pizza. And those are the 3 things that we cannot get here. And it upsets me to no end, because I hate kebabs. I really don't like them. I used to, and I really went off them. Chinese food is alright, but there are so few things I actually enjoy. The one thing that I do actually like, the one Chinese dish I do actually like, is mushroom chow mein. I literally cannot eat enough of that. I fancy pizza now. So do I. But yeah, so we live in the one place where you could get Chinese food for days, but you can't get Indian food, you can't get a decent pizza, and you can't get a decent fish and chips. Pizza is nice, but lamb chops and trimmings currently cooking around out. Ooh. Yeah. That does sound good, to be honest. I'm currently like being at work and stuff. I'm trying to make a conscious effort. Well, I say I'm trying to make a conscious effort. I'm trying to make a conscious effort to convince my mum to go out and buy me some healthy food that I can take to work. I mean, I say that like we never have healthy stuff. We do. We have vegetables and things, but I don't really like the same things that the rest of the family does. So it's very difficult for me to obviously get anything for myself unless it can feed everyone else. But trying to like think of things that I can take to work with me that I don't have to then take too much effort in, like if I can just like throw it in the microwave or something. That is my current theme of the day, food. So if you guys have any recipes that you really like, or just anything that you like that you just want to share with us, doesn't have to be any hints or tips. Just if there is anything that you've been thinking of lately that you really, really like, feel free to share. I feel food is a relatively safe topic to discuss. Off to grab some food, back in a bit. No worries, Callum. We've made him so hungry he had to leave to get food. Oh. Alright. I'm hoping to go till 8 today. I will be completely honest with you. I'm having a lot of pain in my shoulder right now. I think like between work and stuff, lying on it funny, it is feeling very much like I have had a sledgehammer taken to my shoulder. So I will try and go till 8, but if I do have to leave a bit early, hopefully you guys can understand why, because it is not good right now. It's not been nice all day, which has not helped with my general mood. Oh, getting the thread stuck on the desk. So we got the headphone stuck on the desk. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to overdo it. But I mean, to be honest, it's still like, probably 100 times better than what it was when I originally injured it. But it's just been bugging me so much. And to be honest, there's about stuff all that I can do about it anyway, because it doesn't seem to get any better when I rest it. But if it gets any worse, then I will have to call it quits. Hopefully it won't though. Hopefully it'll sort of stay as it is, and then I don't have to have any more issues. It would be nice. Right. Well, we seem to have fixed the issue of the really sort of wonky pattern. It's still wonky, but it seems to be even now. Whereas before it started even and then it slowly got more and more out of line with the other patterns, which is weird because all of these squares have been machine cut, so I didn't even have any kind of involvement in that bit, but they've all been machine cut to exactly the same size, and somehow, some odd reason known to itself, there was like that much difference at the end of the blanket when I first lined these up, which is almost an entire square out. I was like, well, how does this work? Because it starts off even and it slowly gets less even, but there's exactly the same amount of squares and they're all the same size. So I think it was just that this bit hadn't been stretched out enough. Like the fabric had sort of got rather tight. So I sort of had to stretch it out a little bit to fit it. So there will probably be a few wrinkles, but it's handmade, what can you say? Right, gonna get to the end of this bit, and then I'm gonna see how far we've got. because I'm not sure how much we've got left to do square wise on this section. Okay, so one, two. Okay, so we've got 9 more squares to do. I'm not convinced we're going to get those done today. But I will be back on Friday, so not to worry. Hopefully we should get it done by then and then start on the next section. Ooh, come to the end of the pin bit, which I had not noticed. See if it makes too much of a difference. I don't know how, somehow it's just like managed to get a knot halfway down the thread. Like, no reason why that should have even happened. Somehow it has. Here we go. Did you get an email from the supply about the new patches? Ah, you have just reminded me that that was exactly why I went online earlier, and I completely forgot about it again. No, not that I'm aware of. So I do actually need to go double check later. I'll do that when I get offline. Because I was assuming that it would email it to me if I got a reply, but I don't know whether that goes. I have different folders in my inbox, so it might be that it's gone to a different one that I've not seen it yet, or whether they just haven't actually bothered to message me back. If they haven't bothered to message me back, then they will be getting another stern email, because obviously it was on them to, it sort of did say, that it may not look like their picture due to seasonal changes, or some nonsense like that. But it's like, even so, some of the ones that they sent me weren't even in that pack, so they really, for a simple request, they really should honour that, I think. Or I shall sulk and I will return them. Although I can't remember if I've actually used any out of those, so I might not be able to. So, I'm not making as much progress today. But I suppose we can't always have super productive days on this. So that's fine. Are you guys up to anything nice this evening? Oh, I have to apologise for getting my hand right in the camera there. Have you got any nice plans, or just planning on chilling for the evening? How was work today? It was stressful. I won't lie, Will. It was stressful. I wish not to have a repeat of that day. I'll be honest. I was saying to Cal home earlier, I managed not to cry at my desk or set anything on fire, so I'm labelling that as a success, and then moving as far away from that as possible. But how's your day been? I hope it has been well. I'm looking forward to watching the Assassin's Creed back later at some point. But did the stream go well today? Yeah, Real Lazy Day stream was good. I enjoyed it. Oh, that's nice. That's always good to hear. Nice lazy day and successful stream. Cannot say fairer than that. Come on. Bloody thread. Try not to snap it, but it's just not. There we go. I'm going through the fabric. Sorry I'm quite stuffy my face. Hey, no worries. I should be saying the same things to you guys. I don't have the excuse of stuffing my face, but I am just... I don't know what's happened lately. I just, I mean, I'm not usually that talkative anyway, but, I just can't seem to keep the conversation going really right now. I have food. Oh, nice cow home. So what have you got today? Anything that I can drool over while I'm waiting for my dinner? Sewing is meditative. Nothing wrong with a bit of silence. Yeah, that's fair enough. Just as long as I'm sort of... I don't want to be quiet to the point of, you know, people thinking, oh, this is boring. You know, just not even talking. Kind of a thing. Hummus, carrots, and a pasta salad. Ooh. Do love a bit of hummus. Just grabbing food and eating at the office before heading off to badminton. Oh, nice. Oh, I hope badminton goes well tonight. I forget that's why you're not around Wednesdays. Oops. Oh, nearly about to knock the thread straight off the desk. The place or the sport. It's supposed to be playing badminton in badminton. The sport, although it's a bit of a stretch to call it that, the way we play it. Oh dear. That's like a bath in bath. Yeah, exactly. Or I can't think of any more. That's my level of brain power gone out of the window. Or a spa in spa. Yeah, that's true. Bath spa in bath spa. I suppose the question is, do they have an Iceland in Iceland? Now there's one for you. I realise you can't really see me doing anything when I do that. That's a good question. Oh. Yeah, this when you suddenly see my hands disappearing away from the screen and everything, it's because I'm threading another needle. It's sort of taken me this long to realise that you actually can't see me doing that. So you have no idea what I'm doing. I sort of just disappear off the camera for a little while. I thought you were just flipping us the V sign, to be honest. only to the trolls, Cowhome. Only to the trolls. You know, should they decide to turn up. I will be flipping a bird to them. I think we've been very lucky so far. No one seems to troll craft streamers as much. It does seem to be games that attract the attention of the immature. Samsung have announced their folding phone priced at $1,918. What the heck? For a phone? For a folding phone that were like all the rage 20 years ago, and everyone went, "Oh, we don't want these." I don't know what's worse, the people that make these things or the people that actually buy them. 18 plus Patreon content. You got it. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm so abusive to my. The screen folds in half. Am I the only one that finds that completely and utterly pointless? I don't understand what the point of that even is. I'll be honest. I don't know. I'm not of a generation, I guess, that has a phone for everything. No, I have a laptop if I need, or a laptop or a desktop to play games on, or a Kindle to read a book on if I've got digital books and stuff. But to me, a phone is purely for making phone calls, and I don't need it for anything else. I could not spend that much on a phone. I'll be honest. Mine cost me 20 quid. Because I was like, I'm not spending any more than that on a phone, because I will inevitably drop it, scratch the screen, abuse it. You know, I'm not gonna buy something that I'm only gonna break. And to be fair, the battery life is ridiculous on it. You know, sort of charge it up once and it's fine for like 5 days. So I can't really complain with that. Apparently it will have 12GB of RAM and 521GB of storage. Give it to Ben. Yeah. No one suggests that idea, please. Oh, 512. Yeah. I don't understand what the point is of having a phone that, you know, does all that stuff. I mean, for me, the screens are so small that I couldn't do anything on it. So I don't get this whole thing of, you know, people choosing phones over laptops, because they're just not worth it. I mean, not long term anyway. But then again, I am primarily a gamer, so, you know. Oh dear. This side is actually slowly going back out of alignment now. I don't think I stretched that one enough. It's, yeah. Patrick and Esme would be very disappointed with this blanket, I'll be honest. No, the blanket is slowly trying to run away. We are actually nearing the ends of this bit, so it's slowly pulling itself off of the desk. So what's the stuffing in this quilt? I don't currently have any at the moment, but I'm just gonna see if I can get like a sheet of stuffing for it. So I think they do it in sort of like rolls, almost. I actually need to get 2 lots. That's reminded me, I need to get some for I guess sort of the inspiration for this, which was one that my grandmother made me. She loved making like hand sewn things. Well, sewn things. I think she did actually make it on a machine. But she made me a patchwork blanket when I was little. Unfortunately, as I got older and the fabric got older, it sort of disintegrated a little. It's like all the inside of the stuffing in it sort of went, and I have a feeling there's like a massive hole in the back of the actual quilt. No duck feathers. No duck feathers, I'm afraid, Will. Yeah, sort of like the backing fabric got ripped. I think the actual patches of the blanket are still intact. There might be one or two that have sort of become frayed or something. But I do need to actually repair that one. I'm gonna head off now. Thanks for the chat. Oh, see you later, Calhoun. Have fun at badminton. Oh, yeah. Have a safe journey. Hopefully I'll see you in chat later. In Discord. But yeah, so I suppose actually when I've done this one, perhaps that could sort of be my next project, as it were. Sort of patching that one up. Because it'd be nice. I haven't actually been able to use it in quite a while because it's one of those I sort of put it to one side as a I'll do that when I've got time, and I just never got around to doing it. And obviously like I have to measure it up so that I can get a massive, like a big enough piece of backing fabric and the padding and stuff. So makes sense to do them at the same time. I see a lot of scatter cushions handmade now. Yeah, that'd be nice. Nice one to do, I think. My opinion, can never have too many cushions. I'm the kind of person that could probably just, you know, throw a bunch of cushions on the floor and just hibernate for like a full day. Hey, McLeod, how's it going? I hope you are well. I'm afraid you sort of caught me at the last stretch of the stream. But it is very nice to have you here. You been up to much today? Ah, you've been lurking. Oh, that's good. You are more than welcome to lurk. Sneaky lurk. As long as it's not outside my window, you can lurk where you like. Ah, you've just been watching streams. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna veg out and catch up on some when I finish in about 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna need to rest my shoulder, rest my eyes. Hopefully one of them will be suitable for tomorrow. Another stressful day at the office. Damn, moves from a window. It's okay, Will, I knew you were there. Might even make a Might even make an appearance at Ed's window tonight, if he's around. Only if you invite me. Moves out of bush near window. Honestly, lad, you could have knocked. You could have knocked. I'd have let you in. You didn't have to stay in the bush. Lad in bushes again, you lucky sod. If I had known. Yeah, I'm going to Ed after you, I think. Oh, well, hopefully I'll be able to raid him. And then we can both hop over there. And lurk for a little while. Unless anyone else happens to be on. Right. Let's try and get this slightly back to being even again. It just dawned on me it's less than 48 hours till Game Blast. Woo! Sneaking up on you there, lad. Ah, yes. In the event that there is anyone here who doesn't follow Mr. Latte Maker. Oh, actually, now this may or may not work. Oh, if I don't type it properly, it's definitely not going to. If there is anyone here that happens to not follow him yet, you can now go to that link and follow the wonderful Mr. Latte Maker, because he is doing some epic streaming for charity this weekend, along with some lovely friends of his. If you can't donate, then please please at least like recommend the stream to your friends, or tweet it, retweet their tweets, and just generally get the word out, because it is a very amazing charity to be trying to raise money for, and everything is appreciated. Yay, that was the one I said. Yes it was, Will, and it worked. I kind of felt like adding my own words to it to sort of make it more personable, but I was like, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I am not gonna fiddle around with it. I'm just gonna, it's working. I'm not gonna do anything else. But yeah, everyone can use it as well. So feel free to shout out in the chat as much as you guys like. I don't think Nightbot can do anything now. Yeah. I think if I'd known what I was doing, Oggies would have worked fine. But because I actually had no idea what I was supposed to be putting where, I'll be honest. I'm not all that great at reading instructions. Like, give me a flat packing furniture. I can assemble that, no problem. But if you ask me to do that from reading the instructions, I'd just be like, screw this. And go find something else to do. Ah, thank you for the shout out. And actually, I suppose, really, to throw that one back out there, and hopefully if that's done, is that done? Is that the right one? No, because I somehow managed to put an H after the C, so that was genius. You can tell what I'm trying to do here. There we go. Let's see if I've typed it right this time. Yay! Any of you that are not following this wonderful guy, who is going to start streaming again soon, go follow him, because he is awesome and super talented and super funny. And to be fair, I would not have the confidence to be streaming if it wasn't for you, Ben. So, you know, I shall shout you out. I shall definitely shout you out, because I would not be doing this if it wasn't for wonderful people like you. So. You tell the sweetest lies. Oh, not one word of a lie. Who doesn't follow? Well, that is true. Only crazy people would not follow this wonderful guy. Although actually, we're all a bit crazy, so I'm not sure if. I think we're a different kind of crazy though. So, just to quantify that. Ow. Facepalm. I really feel that this should like be clamped to the desk or something, because it just doesn't stay stretched out enough. We have 5 minutes left though, and we've almost finished it. In fairness though, I wouldn't be coming back to streaming if it wasn't for you guys reigniting my love for it. Aww. Well, I'm glad that we could do that for you. Because, so what goes around comes around. Aww. I'm glad, because I'll be honest, my Friday nights have not been the same without your comedy night stream. Like, even now, there still seems to be like this sort of Friday night void of there is absolutely nothing to do. So no pressure. But it will be lovely to have you back. As long as you don't ignite your lamp. Yeah, and don't set fire to the place. It's like, your stream is on fire today. No, it's really on fire. That would be bad. That would be really bad. Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing, because that would actually genuinely be awful, but it's also really funny to think about. The flaming lamps are more than likely. Ooh, no! I mean, as long as you're singing Twisted Firestarter when it happens, you know, you can just pretend it was all part of the act, so you'll be golden. I'll be sitting there and you guys will be screaming at me as the flames behind me grow high. I can see it now. Ed nearly had the house fire the other day cooking. Oh no! Oh dear, was that on stream? Did he actually do that on stream, or was that just like another... Was that just an accident that occurred while he was doing something? I am the god of hellfire! Exactly. It's okay though. If it does burst into flames, I will call the fire brigade for you, Ben. Right. Now, having said that I was going to end earlier, well, potentially end early. Oh, let me just, before that falls straight off of the table, desk, whatever you want to call it. Tom Merritt is everywhere. I think he needs to be. We've literally got like 3 more squares to actually do. So I think, unless you guys have any plans, I think I might just carry on with this bit and then finish it off. And then we can start on hopefully a slightly more evenly spaced row next on Friday's stream, because this one is not at all even. Oh, I've somehow knotted the thread around the needle. Genius. Carry on. Okay. Like I say, there's not too much left, so it'll probably only take us about 10 more minutes than it would. Thread's all tangled. There we go. Carry On Crafting, one of the lesser known Carry On films. It's one of those rare deleted footage type deals, is it? I have to plan a plan, but the plan I made to plan, it has not gone to plan. That does not sound good. Was it a cunning plan though, Baldric? Was it a cunning plan? Because if it was, I can see why that wouldn't go to plan. Because they never do. You should have made a better plan then, Will. You should plan to make a better plan next time you're planning a plan. Yeah. That. Stick to the plan. I do not sound like Baldrick. Oh, that's too funny. It's just... Off you go. Off the side. I should weigh it down enough for me to be able to do this. It's not... There we go. I'm a little bit talking to myself now. If you're asking who Baldrick is, Alex, he is a character from Blackadder, which is a very funny British comedy show thing. I wouldn't really know how to go about describing it. I'll be honest, probably one of the only British comedies I would actually say that I enjoy. I'm not usually a fan of comedy things, but it is hysterical. I'll be honest, that is a reference I don't get. Let's go to the Winchester. Where is that from, guys? Where is that from? I realise I'm sort of slowly creeping off of the desk again, sorry. I mean, that could give you a great comedy watch list. Oh, Shaun of the Dead. I haven't seen that one. I really feel like I should. I might have. I don't remember. I've watched Hot Fuzz. That was hilarious. No, I don't think I actually have watched Shaun of the Dead. But it's Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, isn't it? And they tend to come a pair, don't they? Or come as a pair. So I can never actually remember which one of their films I've watched, because they're both in it. If you liked Hot Fuzz, you will like Shaun of the Dead. Yeah. I'm going to have to watch Shaun of the Dead at some point. Hot Fuzz was so funny. I haven't seen Paul either, actually. Okay, well that's 2 to add to my list. Oh, Crafty. I'm sorry. I don't really watch a lot of movies, is the thing. Like, The last movie I watched, to be honest, was Infinity Wars. Marvel's one. I don't tend to like movies if they're not like as a series of movies. Which is why I like Harry Potter. I don't like getting invested in characters that are gonna last like 2 hours on screen at most. That's because he's busy being crafty. Exactly. I have seen some of Monty Python. I've not seen a great deal of Monty Python that I remember. But I have a feeling that's probably because I was incredibly young when I watched it, and so probably should not remember it because I probably shouldn't have been watching it. Probably one of those things my parents were watching and I was, not really paying attention to. But again, I think there's another one that I've got to go back and watch. Trying to stretch one side of it whilst not stretching the other side so that it stays slightly even is utterly impossible. It does not work as a thing. Okay, so we are on the last couple now. Oh, almost there. I've wasted my life watching comedy. Hey, if you've enjoyed it, Will, it is never a waste. As long as you're happy with how you've spent your time, you can never say that you've wasted it. And that's the main thing. I love comedy. I love sci-fi. I especially love comedy sci-fi. Yeah, I love sci-fi. Like I say, never been massive on comedy. There are a few sort of like comedic shows that I do watch, but not overly. Ah, yes, love Firefly. Firefly was the best. I do miss that. Oh, Alex. If you don't know Firefly, my only recommendation would be to find it and watch it, because it is really just too awesome to explain. Other than, I think it's sci-fi cowboys that they consider it as. I'm sure that they have said similar ways to yeah, sci-fi western rather. Sci-fi cowboys, what am I on about? Comedy makes the world a better place. It does. I want to watch Firefly now. Right. This side is not going to. I'm not sure it's going to line up. Really need 3 hands to be able to do this. Sort of trying to stretch out the bottom layer. Stretch out the bottom layer whilst pinning the top layer to it without stretching that bit, because otherwise it'll still be out. There, it's gonna be yes, we have a hit. yeah, it's gonna be a little bit overlapping. Not overlapping, like overhanging. It doesn't quite join up evenly. Is that the underside outside of the quilt? What we're seeing? Yeah. So this is the what will be the inside of the top layer. So yeah, this is the underside of it. I'm sort of doing it upside down, but I will turn it over in a minute. Yeah, I'll turn it over in a minute, and once it's finished, and then sort of so you can see it. So I think it's looking more like a blanket now, at least. Now sort of all the patches, well, some of the patches are like getting sewn together and stuff. It's looking quite nice. Okay, so we are now just about to move on to the final patch. I apologise if you can hear any cracking noises. That is my shoulder. It's like making horrible clicking noises now. So I think it's probably good that we're sort of at the end of this bit. As it is starting to protest a little. Yeah. It's not hurting any more than it has been. It just sort of keeps sort of making a poppy noise. What did you do to your shoulder? Well, this is still the like the repercussions of the injury, but basically I picked up a box and it just like went. It had been hurting for a little while, and I'd sort of like pulled it out like a couple of days before, but I picked up something that was clearly just the straw that broke the shoulders, well, the camel shoulder, I guess, because it like popped out and didn't go back again like it should have. Slapping lads outside a window. Yeah, that too. I slapped a guy so hard I broke my shoulder. But no, still not actually sure what happened to it, because like I went to the doctors for it and they couldn't find anything. They did x-rays and stuff and they didn't come back with anything. He didn't think there was any point doing an MRI, so I never had one. but like sent me to physio for several weeks, and yeah, it's like made no difference. So this seems to be how it is now, and I don't know if there's any point in me bothering to go back to the doctor about it, because I'm not convinced he'll take it any more seriously than he did, or if in fact there is actually anything that they could do. So no other really, other than just sort of being careful with it, and not overstretching it, because if I go and move my arm in sort of like an awkward position or something to like reach something, it will probably just like pop straight out, and I'm not convinced that it would. Well, given what happened the last time it did that, I'm not convinced it would be good if it did again. Yeah, physio did suck. That was the thing, like I could do the exercises that they gave me for the physio, but as soon as it came to doing anything real life, you know, like moving a heavy box or picking up something from a high shelf or something, or sometimes even just sitting for like long periods of time without armrests or anything to rest my arm on, and I just can't do it anymore. Or like I say, like leaning round or leaning over or something to pick something up in a funny position. It just does not work. Oh man, I can smell food downstairs, and even though I had lunch at like 1 o'clock and I had soup as soon as I came in, I'm still so hungry. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I feel, you know, like starving to death or something right now. My stomach is like, feed me. So I'm really hoping that dinner will be ready soon. Especially as we're just getting to the last bit of this. And I think I have been able to line up about as much as I can. It's got a little wrinkly in places because I've had to stretch it. Did I hear soup over yourself? Right. Yes. So it wasn't so much that the soup went over me, so much as I leaned, I put the bowl of soup on the desk, and as I leaned over to pull my chair in, I didn't realise that the toggle of my jacket had fallen into the bowl of soup. So as I sort of snapped back in my chair, yeah, the soup sort of splattered all over me, and over the light grey vest top that I'd been wearing. So that's now in the sink with some water. And of course it was tomato soup as well. You know, the most deadly of the soups for staining things. And I was just like, yep, that just sums up my day. Right. So that is the end of this bit. Just pin it down before it goes flying off of the desk. And there we have it. So I can now flip it over and you guys can now see that it is starting to look like a quilt now, more like a blanket. As you can see with some of these, they have gone wonky. Sort of try and pull it a bit slowly so you guys can see it. Yeah. Some of these are really wonky. Some of them you can't notice. But some of them they are incredibly out of line. And we haven't got any that are repeating too much. These ones I don't know if you can really tell. These two are blue, these two, and then this one is a green one, but they are the same pattern, obviously. Sort of and stretch it out as I go. This is really the kind of thing that you should iron, because otherwise it sort of gets stuck. Yeah. And then you got this bit, which actually worked quite well. So you sort of got those ones that are all like matching, and then you've got those ones that are all matching, and then you get to the end, and there is two pink ones there. So that does bug me a little. But it was either that or have them all exactly the same on one side for some reason. But yeah, so that is where we're going to call it for today, because we have actually run over a little bit. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Let's just tidy that away. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I shall hopefully be back on Friday, assuming that there are no issues that I'm aware of. So let's have a look, see for someone to raid. Thank you. Yeah, it was very nice and chill, which is exactly what I wanted for the day. See you, Robin. Thanks for stream. Oh, see you later, Ben. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Ed. If I remember how to spell his name. Yep. There we go. And he's playing Far Cry again. That actually looked really interesting, so I would love to go over and watch. But yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for coming and sticking around. I will see you all on Friday at 6. And yeah, I'll probably see you in the Discord as well. So see you guys later. Bye bye.